travel world, and welcome to Experience Travel with Katie and Allie. My name is Katie Lilly, and I am the owner of the Travel Marketplace.
And I'm Allie Schultz, expert travel consultant with the Travel Marketplace. Today we're going to experience travel with Royal Caribbean's Susan Prinzing. Hi, Susan.
Hi everyone. Oh, I'm so excited to be here today. It's a real pleasure. Thank you.
Well, we're excited to have you back. Can you just introduce yourself to everybody and maybe briefly introduce Royal Caribbean Cruise Line?
I would love to. So for those that are watching locally in upstate New York, so I am based in Rochester and have been 6 years with Royal Caribbean, but I've been 20 years in the outside sales field. I worked for other cruise lines. I started out in the industry after I graduated from Niagara University as a travel agent. Excuse me. So it's always been in my blood. I've just always had that passion for travel, and Royal Caribbean it's a company that always is talking about something new, something really game-changing that we're coming up with. And there's this nice marriage of quality of the hardware and the experience and energy of the product and the passion from our crew. And they are so excited to be coming back to our ships and to be hosting our guests. So I just think, really, if you look at us between other cruise lines, we're very bold in our onboard experience choices and just trying to always provide great options. And whether it's just relaxing in the spa and having a just real chill vacation on board, or if you want to make sure you've got something going all the time for your family or for yourselves, we have that as well. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, we're excited to have you on today because we are going to actually be discussing Royal Caribbean's entertainment on the ships. Can you tell us some of the different shows that are offered on the different Royal Caribbean ships?
Yeah, and even to speak to your earlier question about what separates us. So, we are unique in that, if I think about it, so you have, of course, we have the shows on our ships. So you got the land experience of having a show on a stage. And then we've got, shows in the air with our aerialists. We have water shows with our aqua theater. We have ice skating shows, so you can do it on ice. We have even robotic shows where we can do things like virtually with our really high-tech screens. So it's really exciting to see all the different formats of the shows that we have. So water shows, ice shows, of course, Broadway shows, Tony Award winning shows, and original productions too.
That's great.
Yeah.
And on each different one, maybe we could talk about each one a little bit. What can they expect when they go to like a water show?
Oh my gosh, we have this new show that's on our ships. It's called Hero, and it literally has a cult following. So on board our ships, so we have 4 ships right now: the Oasis of the Seas, the Harmony of the Seas, the Allure of the Seas, and the Symphony of the Seas. And they are in the same class of ship because they're the same layout design. And we have in the aft back part of our ship this aqua theater. And there are 2 high dive platforms. So if you think of the Olympic diving competitions, I mean, to me, even watching them practice during the day is phenomenal. So you have these divers, and then we have synchronized swimmers. So this big pool that people are diving into. Oh, and by the way, we're at sea doing all of this. You've got synchronized swimmers that are performing and doing their, show. And then at the same time, we can raise that stage. We can make it flat, so it looks like all the performers are, tap dancing on the water, or we can make that stage, it can go down 30 feet, so it's deep enough for the high divers as well as our synchronized swimmers. So that experience it's just delightful, and you have just great music and just high energy. You have acrobatics and aerialists involved, and I mean, it is a show that you could go again and again. There's nothing like it. And it's complimentary. So when you think of that, even our Tony Award winning shows that we have, there's no charge. So it's a real, just incredible value, and just really all around, all age, great family entertainment.
It sounds like lots of fun. And what about some of I know you guys also have Broadway shows on your ships.
Absolutely. So we have a couple of different ships and different shows. So we actually have a total of 6 Broadway shows right now. So like the Allure of the Seas, that's having that shows Mamma Mia. We have got we show Grease, We have hairspray, cats. We've actually just recently reduced the amount of time. So cats is now an 86-minute production. What's interesting is that, I mean, this cast was hired for that particular show. So it was interesting. We were in a discussion with our vice president of entertainment, and he said, "Any guesses on how many people we audition?" And we're like, "Wow!" He even asked our VP of sales and marketing, Vicki Freed, and she said, "I don't know, 5,000, 10,000," and he's like, 27,000 people get interviewed. We interview through 56 countries every year, and we hire about 6%. So it allows us to really hand tailor that cast for that show, and knowing that they're doing that show multiple times a day in addition to our original productions that we do. But yeah, and then we have other ships like the Anthem of the Seas that sails out of Bayonne, New Jersey. And then that is a ship that we have. It's a show called We Will Rock You. So if you're fans of Freddie Mercury and Queen, that was a show that really was a huge hit in London's West End, and we have that particular show on our ship. And then we have other ships that have Saturday Night Fever. So it's a nice mix. So if you love going to, again, it's the original show with the intermissions, and there's no charge. So it's that quality of the costume design, the set design, and then of course, you've got these theaters that outside of Vegas are the largest you can imagine, and it's all state-of-the-art technology because we're at sea. And I was just looking at some numbers I was just jotting down before our talk today. And so we have 137 shows between all of our different venues and, types of performance, capabilities. 137 shows going on simultaneously at sea amongst 26 ships. So it's crazy. Yeah, it's really nice.
Wow, that is pretty incredible. Well, Susan, let's take a look at a video with all of the fabulous entertainment that Royal has.
Great.
Susan, that looks like so much fun, and I can't wait to go and see. I want to see all of those shows, especially the aqua shows. I mean, those look absolutely incredible. And besides all of the shows, I know Royal Caribbean has a lot of other activities on board your various ships. Can you talk about some of those?
Yeah, well said. So I always like to say, when I'm talking to a consumer at a trade show, or if I'm talking in a training to, a travel partner, I mean, we really do have things that are incredibly relaxing and slow paced. I mean, truly, with everything we offer, I mean, some of my favorite things are just to be on a side deck with a great book, and just that beauty of, this is a unique vacation in the sense that I'm looking at the ocean. I don't get to do that on land. And so I try to remember, there's a beautiful body of water. I really want to enjoy the ocean part of it. But, throughout the years, we really were trying to figure out how could we push the needle. And so, coming up with a rock climbing wall. And then we came up with a surf simulator. So you could be surfing. We actually have a ship every summer that's in Alaska, and you can be surfing with the gorgeous glaciers in the background. I mean, it's crazy. And then, of course, if you're runners or you're walkers, we have running tracks. I mean, in terms of activities, there are those that will say, I just want to relax and just chill out. So you're going to find me in the spa. So state-of-the-art spa facilities, massages, I mean, even teeth whitening. There's a great gym. Of course, amazing. I mean, people always want to be by a beautiful pool. And then in terms of activities, so some of our new ships, we have, it's called iFly. and it's a skydiving, kind of like we have the surf simulator. It's a skydiving simulator. So again, complimentary. There are no charge for this. And then we also have, so this would be on the Anthem of the Seas out of Bayonne, or the Ovation of the Seas, or the Quantum of the Seas. It looks like this arm, and it goes way up in the sky, and it's like a 20-minute experience, but you have this amazing view of, like with our ships in Alaska, you can just be looking at the most gorgeous landscape of our glaciers. And again, there's no charge for that as well. You know, for families of all ages, I mean, it's not uncommon to be walking by the basketball court, you know, or we've got a dodgeball game going on for the teens, or, you know, all ages. So we have all of these activities going on in addition to the shows. And the shows might be in the afternoon one day. They could be after your dinner in the evening. But it's almost like we have this whole entertainment complex, because someone else's idea of entertainment is, oh, you know, find me the casino. I want to, you know, have my, you know, chance with Lady Luck and, you know, make it a great night. Or there'll be some that'll say, I want to go to karaoke. You know, I may not go at home, but you know, that's so much fun. There's this great singer I saw last night. I want to go again. Maybe they want to go to the jazz club. You know, the idea just to go dancing. I had a travel agent that used to say, she goes, I love cruising. It's the only time I can get my husband to go out dancing with me. So, you know, there's all these other activities to enjoy in addition to going to the main show lounge to see a show, or the aqua theater, or another. It's a tie. You know, I like to think I'm an figure skater, even though I've, you know, not taken lessons. I'm not really so great on the ice, but I like to think of myself as a figure skater. So the ice shows and the aqua theater shows are hands down two of my personal favorites.
Yeah, those sound pretty cool. And I'm kind of with you where I go on vacation. I mean, besides the aqua show, that sounds incredible. And I do like the Broadway shows, but you could find me on your solarium deck, you know, at night with the, you know, just the adults only, just sort of I like to just lay there and relax and, you know, and things like that. Or going, and I know it's nice for families and things at night. You guys also have the outdoor movies that you guys play.
We do. We do outdoor movies by the pool. Absolutely. And it's just kind of like saying, that, you know, you've got the stars, you've got the most gorgeous sky to just enjoy, and then just to, see a great movie. And because there is so much going on, I'm always amazed. I always kind of look to my friends that I'm with or family, and I'll say, where is everybody? You know, we've got these amazing ships. Where did everybody go? Because there's all these little outlets where you might find after dinner, you know, a group might just say, hey, there's a great movie going on by the pool. Let's do that. And then you'll have others that will say, oh, I want to check out the shopping areas, or I want to go to the casino or see a show. So everyone kind of magically kind of disperses. And then, of course, you know, there are those that want to go to a piano bar or listen to a live, you know, the fact that you can enjoy live music, all different types of live music, whether it's salsa, merengue, or, you know, it's a jazz quartet, a lot of really beautiful, beautiful things to do.
They have the comedians as well.
They sure do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
It is, and it's important to mention for especially families or multi-generational big groups, anything, it doesn't necessarily need to be families, is there's something for everybody. And you can kind of disperse throughout the day or evening, and everybody does their own thing. And then you can join up for dinner at night, or join up at a particular event or something. So I think it's really nice. And the kids, there's so many activities for the kids. So the kids can go off and they can do fun things. And you know, people get concerned about leaving their kid places. Well, you're in the middle of the ocean. Where's the kid going? You know,
it's so true. That Adventure Ocean, they have everything from family science experiments that they're doing. They might be doing scavenger hunts around the ship, certainly talent shows, karaoke. They've had prom night. They've even brought our DJs down to work with the teenagers, and they'll teach them how to spin records, you know, just stuff that's relevant to them and things that they would be interested in. So there really is that scope of lots of just great activities to do. And again, if you just want to you know, read a book and relax, or people are surprised, oh my gosh, you have libraries on board, you know. So we have quiet spaces, and then we have just wonderful gathering spaces too. Yeah.
And also, Susan, I know you mentioned that it sounds like most of the activities are included. Is there any activities that are not included that would be an additional fee?
So that's a great question. So in terms of what you would be paying additionally, of course, the casino and any kind of excursion. So anything you're doing off the ship, as well as, we were talking about just relaxing in the spa. So if you want to get a treatment, if your idea of just, massage would be great, or facial, so that of course is additional. But any type of a show that you're going to, or if you wanted to check out the zip line or the water slides, enjoy the pool, the surfing, the rock climbing, the comedy club, all of that is included. Yeah, so it really is. And when we think about the value, when you break out that cruise price per day, the pricing really hasn't gone up that much from even the 80s, the 90s. It's really an incredible value. Yeah.
Are there any activities that guests would need to sign up for ahead of time, or should sign up for ahead of time?
That's a great question. So yeah, for our ships that have like the aqua theater or the ice skating shows, and we have a fleet of 26, and there are those that depending on the itineraries might prefer a smaller ship, because the smaller ships can go to really incredible different ports. So our larger ships that have the aqua theater and the ice shows, I would recommend making a reservation. Again, there's no charge, and then you can always change it. And here's the other thing. So if you're on the ship and you decide, I wasn't thinking of going to the ice show, but now that you're talking about it, I'm interested. So 15 minutes before the show starts, we open it up so anyone can come in. So if you wanted to see, you're looking to see Hairspray, you haven't seen it, and you're walking by and it's like 10 minutes before, they stop scanning the CPass card, so you can go and grab a seat and enjoy. Yeah.
That is nice. And Royal Caribbean has a great app, correct? And you can sign up for these things on the app as well, right?
Right. So that has been a really evolving process, how we are trying to get all 26 ships up to speed with the app, and everything from the get-go, from checking into the cruise, uploading your photo, and then you can see all of your activities that you've signed up for, any onboard purchases or beverage packages. You can even check what we call your folio. So any kind of spending you're doing. So if you went to our duty-free shop or wanted to buy something logo wear, just kind of see like, where am I with my daily spend? You can check that out as well. Yeah, so we're also trying to make things touchless and seamless, and try to stay relevant with the local or the latest technology.
That is great.
And is there anything else that you'd like to say to our viewers today, Susan, before we go?
Oh my gosh, just know that our set designers, our singers, dancers, lighting, costume designers, we're working on shows to blow your mind. We have shows, a lot of original productions, where our latest one on Symphony, and people are going once and twice during a voyage, because we recreate the whole flight history of the first flight with the Wright brothers. So we literally have a plane that goes out over the audience. We really celebrate all kinds of travel, and even we worked with an astronaut to create this space station zero gravity experience. So we're always trying to really push the needle and just wow you, whether it be a robotics type of a show with aerialists. So just know that we're working on that. We are super excited. And even though it seems like everything's been on pause recently, our entertainment folks have been busy working for new shows and hiring new casts and just waiting to delight you.
I know that guests really appreciate that. And thank you so much, Susan, for joining us again today. And thank you, everyone, for experiencing travel with the Travel Marketplace and Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. If you have any questions or would like any more additional information on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line or any of their activities and entertainment, please contact us at the Travel Marketplace. Until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep dreaming about your next travel experience.
Bye, everyone.